Oh, hey folks, welcome back to Masterpiece Security. You know, we've been talking a lot about confidentiality, and confidentiality is an easy concept to think about in the sense that it's basically the protection of data and making sure that data is only accessed by those that should have access to it. It's very tricky to make sure that you get it done right, but it's easy to kind of understand. One thing in the CIA triad that's a little bit different is availability. And availability means that a system or data should be accessible to those that require it and have the rights to have access to it. So in this wonderful book, The Application Security Program Handbook by Derek Fisher, he starts talking about availability. And some things that we can kind of visualize in the sense of availability is, think of a hospital system. Think of a application that's running in a hospital situation. And if you're the patient that's laying on the bed and your doctor needs to get access to an application to find out what's going on with you and the application is down, that's going to make it for a very bad day for you and for the doctor. Now, this actually happens far too frequently when it comes to these types of systems, especially when we look at attacks like ransomware, where the data becomes corrupted or encrypted in such a way that the application no longer functions. This can have devastating results for hospitals, especially if they have patients that depend on those applications and that data being available. So you can think of also other situations like critical infrastructure where that may be an issue. Now, ransomware plays a role in this, but there's also things like denial of service attacks. Denial of service attacks are ones that an attacker can flood a system or an application with legitimate requests that essentially makes it unable to respond to any other requests. I have a similar parallel where I get a lot of people that reach out to me all the time. Sometimes they just want to chat, ask me about where I get my fine clothing, where I get my pipes from, these amazing, outstanding pipes, how I keep my hair so shiny and strong. But sometimes those requests become so many that I have a difficult time responding to all of them. This could be considered denial of service. Then, of course, there's other things like accidental outage. What happens if somebody unplugs a server that was running an application and suddenly that application is no longer available? That would be a bad day. But hopefully you are building in redundancy into your system to compensate for these types of attacks, whether they're intentional or unintentional. But that is the way we compensate for any type of availability issues, malicious or not. Remember, folks, when you're secure, I'm secure. Stay safe out there.